would you? What about singing and live shows? Is that something that you get into anymore?
I'll do little stuff here and there sporadically, you know. It doesn't stop. Like it's like sometimes people think because they don't see you on the television or they don't hear you on like that your life is not. I'm I'm working, you know, I'm still doing music. Whether I put it out, that's my choice. It's like
Mm.
whether I feel like going to that because I've done it. Now, had I not ever done it, then maybe I'd feel away. But I did it in 2011. I financed it myself. I
Mm.
did all of that, everything, everything.
Mm.
You ain't heard it. You never heard it. He heard it. Stevie's heard it, but you never heard it. You never heard the show. So it's like, you know, you have to be mindful of what the artist has to go through just to put that stuff out. It's not easy.
Mm. What about your favorite? If we look back, just as you know, your top 10 favorite track that you've featured on or song on, what would land
Would be
what
my
would
top. Would
your
be my
top 10?
favorite song.
Yeah, top 10 songs that you either did background, you wrote, or produced or sang lead in.
um. Oh wow. Well, I definitely Survival of the Fittest remix with Mob Deep. I definitely is one of my favorites with them. I have to mention Temperatures Rising because that definitely has gotten a lot of recognition for me. Um, I would like the stuff that I did with a lot of stuff that I like probably has never heard the light of day. You know what I'm saying? You work on so many projects that never even come out. You know what I mean? As a songwriter, as a producer, or whatever. So, um, who else? I'm trying to think. I don't know. I enjoy all of it. All of it is a part of my story.
Yeah. Did you ever cross paths with Tammy Lucas?
Yeah, I know Tammy very well. Yeah. We she actually I did a play some years ago. She actually did a co-write on one of the songs. So
Well, my goodness. Well, Chris, it's definitely been, you know, it's definitely been fascinating just to, because I guess to most of us, it's been some of the songs that I was a big fan of Heavy D and the Boys, having you on got me waiting,
got me waiting. Yeah.
got you waiting
Thank
a
you.
lot of the Uptown stuff that you did and some of the hip hop stuff. So it was, but I guess, like Tammy, just not having that breakthrough as we expected, but you've kind of explained a lot. And, for those of us who were fans of Moat Uptown, understood some of the challenges that Andre had, especially after Puffy left and that sense of competing and moving on and stuff. So, unfortunately, we can see why we never got to see a Crystal Johnson album on Uptown. But by the sounds of it, what is inspiring is the fact that you didn't you actually business wise took care of things, which 90% of the people we've spoken to weren't fortunate enough to do so, and that's a testimony to that, and then hopefully new artists listening in would understand how important it is to take care of business before, alongside the creative side. um, just what final advice would you give to any new and upcoming female singer-songwriter?
Just know what you're really getting into is more to it than just being a creative or being a singer. It's a whole business to it, and be prepared for that, and live from the inside out. If you're passionate about what you do, live from the inside out. That way, you can't be affected by, naysayers or people that have their own vision of where you should be. You know what I'm saying? People always have um, their personal opinions. And if you're not strong enough, you'll let those people dissuade you from what you're passionate about. So I'm happy. I'm happy to have been a part, to be a part of the arts and history, and to be able to sit and speak with you guys about things that I've done. If I never do anything else, I've done it. You know, I've taken those chances. I've paid that dues. I've cried those tears. I've put in the work, and I have enough that I feel like I'm proud of my accomplishments, and I'm still doing. I'm still here. I'm still working. I'm still enjoying myself as a creative, and after that, I'll be on to the next. That's how I've been living my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the
Yeah,
next is. I don't really try to plan it. It comes to me.
Yeah.
that's 3 words. You embody 3 words. That's poetry in motion. Poetry in motion.
That's right. Now, where are you from, Sheldon?
I live in Delaware.
But you're from Delaware?
No, I am from Gary, Indiana, from the Midwest as well. And I ended
Oh,
up here. I retired here about maybe 12 years ago. So
okay.
yeah, yep, yep.
But you've always been like a music head or something?
Yes, always, always. Bought the music, write about music, everything.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes. So very in tune into your career. I did a lot of research and just very inspiring. Just the pedigree where you came from. When you look back at that time in New York, used to be a creative and an artist, to be affiliated with the theater, the plays, and that's the first thing I thought of was Stephanie Mills. And you talk about the Timbuktu and Mama I Want to Sing, and you roll in with Vi Higginson and just everybody. It's just, when you come, so I can understand where you're at this junctures because your career it's not singular, not confined to one era. It ebbs and flows. So when you have that type of background and history or whatever, it kind of it's sustaining. It's like I've done it. It's not something that even though you didn't put out 50 records, 10 records, but you created. You were a performer. A lot of people from that era in the 90s and the 2000s and the late 80s, they are recording artists. They make records, but it's a difference between being a recording artist that makes records
Exactly.
versus
And an
being an
artist.
artist. Being an artist, and
Exactly.
that's the thing. So when everything stopped for a lot of these people, it was very devastating because that was their lane. That's and no disrespect to them, but that's what they're identified as. Because everybody who came into the music business in that era, they came in as a recording artist, but you were already an artist. So I can see how Uptown they didn't know what to do with you. They couldn't look at what you did and say we need to go ahead and just put her out. She's independent. She's self-contained. When I think about your gifts, I think about like the white singer-songwriters. They have all the autonomy, they have the push, they have the backing. But unfortunately, for a lot of black artists who are creatively independent like that, they don't get that push. You have to come through the lane of a producer. So if the producer's not dominating the situation, it's just unfortunate. So, but you have a great body of work, great historic pedigree, and we're glad to have you on the episode. So thank you for
Thank
everything that
you.
you've done.
And Steve, what do you do? You do radio? You come from the radio world?
Yeah, I'm just a collector. I collect a lot of music.
Oh, so you're not like a radio personality or
I-
into
I've I've done
radio?
I've done a lot of radio, but I'm a collector of music. I'm a
Nice.
collector of black music mainly. A lot of New Jack Swing, hip hop, soul, that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to familiarize myself with what you guys do. And but yeah, you guys have a much broader appreciation, I would say, for artists than here in the States. So the things that are passionate from your perspective, like like how he said, oh, your song was big. They never played that song Did you ever hear it, Sheldon?
No, I never heard it in the States. You know,
Exactly.
it wasn't in the States. Obviously, there were other songs on the soundtrack that, you know, you didn't hear a lot of those songs on the radio. If you were buying the music, you know, they might have been a single, but they weren't
Right.
playing all those songs off the soundtrack like that.
Right.
But
You know,
this was
but
a
it definitely,
2011 album.
yeah, it definitely caught our ear though in terms of, you know, the quality of the music and of course your voice. You know,
Right.
so even though it didn't circulate the way it could have, you know, still a great performance. You did a great job on the record.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's what we're here for, right? To give to people, maybe touch somebody and make them feel good.
Yeah. Well, we're going to make
So,
sure we'll try and get you back at a later date, Crystal, and especially if you know, whenever you're ready with the new and with music or things like that. But definitely appreciate taking the time today, you know, spending almost 3 hours with us this evening, which
oh
is
wow, has it been that long?
it has been. But yeah, for me, Stevie and Sheldon, we definitely appreciate speaking to you, and as I said, we'll definitely be keeping in touch as well.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunities.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us for even loving us, on which I did miss you really.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay.
They don't understand what Jodeci's voice winning Oscars.
Play it.
And all these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.